What's up, guys? Grimsy42 here with the second part of my Texas road trip Game Chasers visit. And these pickups are pickups that are probably going to appear somewhere in the show. Obviously, some of it may get edited out, but this is all stuff that I definitely grabbed on camera. So I wanted to kind of make this as a separate one that I'm going to release after I see the episode, just to make sure that I don't have any spoilers. Again, some of this or all of this may not even make it onto the video or episodes, but I definitely have it, so I definitely wanted to go through it and give a little bit of backstory to each part. Okay, so you may have remembered in my previous episode about the Game Chasers pickups that I picked up a grape N64. Also at that flea market, only there was like an indoor section. There was actually a little game store in there. And we actually spent a decent amount of time in there. The owners were pretty cool. And I wound up picking up one game, and it's Xenosaga Episode 2. And both discs are there, and it's in very good condition. And I managed to pick this up for $5. So for $5, it's definitely worth it. I know it's definitely a little more expensive than that. So I was definitely happy to add this to my RPG collection. It was one that I didn't have, so I was looking forward to getting that, and I was able to grab it, so that was a good thing. Okay, next, this was a pickup from Trader's Village. It was one of my few pickups. We didn't spend a lot of money there. We definitely didn't find as much as we would have liked. But I definitely did manage to pick up Mario Party 2. And a little bit of backstory to this, in case it doesn't show up in the episode. Or just kind of, if it does, to give my piece on how that all went. We kind of all walked up to the booth at the same time, but I think maybe they weren't sure what the value on this one was, or maybe it just wasn't something that was on their radar. I'd asked the guy what he wanted for it, and I think he wanted 20 or 25. And I believe I talked him down to 15. And it's about a $30 game on eBay, $35, $40 on a good day. So it was something I didn't own. So for $15, you know, that's about half of what it goes for on eBay. You know, I'll definitely pick it up because I'm a collector, so I'm trying to, you know, get as many games as I can, and at that cheap of a price, you know, I had no issue paying that, so I was very happy to pick that up. Okay. Also at Trader's Village, actually this was my first pickup. I grabbed two Game Boy games, one for the original Game Boy and one for Game Boy Advance, and it's Zelda Link's Awakening and Kirby The Amazing Mirror. And I don't remember exactly what I paid for these, so hopefully it's in their video. I definitely bundled up. I want to say I got both of them for like between $10 and $15. It wasn't an amazing price, but it definitely wasn't brutal either, so I wasn't too upset to grab those. Let's see. Okay, I think that was it for Trader's Village. So this was another flea market we went to. See if I can remember the pairings of these. Okay, this one, I believe these were the only pickups at this specific flea market that we went to. I wound up grabbing 3 things, and I bundled them. I want to say I paid $12 for everything, which I thought was a pretty good deal. The first thing is just the receiver for a Wavebird, and KF was nice enough to put his initials on it, so everyone knows how much I love that, so I thought I would share that. It's good that I know that he owned it, you know, that way, you know, just in case it ever gets lost or whatever, I can get back to KF, so that was awesome of him. The next game is one of the multiple copies I picked up over the weekend of Smash Brothers, and it is complete. It's the player's choice, unfortunately. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I grabbed all of these for $12. So, I mean, Smash Brothers alone is worth $20, so wasn't too bad of a deal. And the other thing, I was actually pretty happy to grab. There's no paperwork with it. I'm not sure. I believe there was something, some sort of an insert, but it's the Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. And like I said, it's just the disc, but I've seen this bundled with the Pokemon Coliseum game go for like $50, so it's definitely good to grab that to bundle up with my copy of Coliseum and pretty much sit on the shelf. I'm not really into Pokemon too much, but okay. And again, if I get any of these mixed up, please forgive me. It's been a few months since I've picked them up, and it's starting to get a little hazy. I definitely should have taken some notes, but I want to say I wound up grabbing both of these at the same booth. The first one, it was just a bundle in that I got with the game. I asked if they'd throw it in, and they were okay. It's the instruction manual for the Super Nintendo, and I definitely didn't have this, so I was happy to pick it up. And like I said, it was free, so I'm not going to complain. And the game is non-player's choice Smash Brothers Melee. So this one is also complete. So I already have this game, so to grab 2 extra copies is good because it's definitely a good game to trade. So I've got them if anyone's looking for it. Okay. These next games, I actually got these the same flea market that I grabbed the GameCube and the Xeno Saga. This also was a bundle deal. I wound up grabbing these in the outside part of the flea market. And the first one is Mario Party 4. And it's complete. And Sonic Gems collection. Also complete. Again, I'm a bit hazy on the price, but I know I grabbed both of these for under 15. I want to say like 12 bucks for the two of them. And Mario Party alone is worth, like 25, 30. So it was a decent deal. I was definitely happy to grab that. I'd been looking for Sonic Gems because I wanted to play Sonic CD. It's a game I've never actually tried out, so I was definitely looking forward to picking that one up. Okay, this next pickup is something that was completely overlooked by Billy and Jay. And again, I think it just happened to be because it was too new of a game. They really don't mess with the new stuff. And I collect for everything, so I had my eyes out for it and was hoping I could pick it up while I was out. And that's Mario Sports Mix. And it is complete, and it even has a little Club Nintendo points, and the disc is like perfect. So I was extremely happy to spot this, and it was at an outside booth, and they definitely didn't know what they have. I'm pretty sure I picked this up for 10, maybe paid 15 for it, but I really think I paid 10 for it. Actually, I did pay 15 for it because I bundled it with a little R2-D2 Star Wars figure. He wanted 15 for the game, and I'd been looking for an R2. My wife likes R2-D2, so I was trying to find something R2-D2 related. And I was at the same booth, so I actually wound up bundling them together. And I told him I'd give him 15 for it if he threw in the R2, which he did. So that works for me. So I wound up grabbing that. And then I also got this copy of FZero, and I really have no idea where in the travels that I picked it up. There's like no label damage. It's in really good shape. Again, I'm really not sure where I picked it up, but I did, so I'm glad I have it. I just really, like I said, for the life of me, I do not remember where. So, okay, this last part of the pickup that I'm going to do, I want to talk about a little bit quick. Basically, while we were driving around, we had checked on Craigslist, and Billy noticed an ad that caught his fancy, and he calls the guy up, and it's a really cool guy. His name's Greg. We actually talked for quite a while we were there, and I'm positive they're going to have footage on this, so this is probably all old news by now, but I did wound up picking up some decent titles from him. He had an amazing collection. I mean, there were like thousands of games. This guy literally had a video game store in his house. And again, he was a really cool guy, and his prices were really fair. So anyways, without further ado, I'll show what I picked up. All Super Nintendo stuff, since that's the system that I'm mainly collecting for the most. So I definitely was trying to grab as much for that as I could. And the first one I wound up picking up was UN Squadron. This was a recommendation from Billy. He says it's a really fun game. It is a Capcom title, so it does look, it looks to be pretty good. Ironically, after I grabbed this, I actually found a complete in box later for $10, but I mean, it is what it is. Now I've got a spare to trade. And the next one is Illusion of Gaia. And again, all these are in really good shape. There's like no label damage to any of them. These next two are definitely more obscure titles. They're a little harder to find, and they're both really good games. So the first one is a Capcom title. It's Knights of the Round. It's beat 'em up, and I'm really looking forward to trying this one out. I haven't played it yet, but I did check it out online, and it looks really fun. So I was really happy to grab that. And this next one was something that I had played as a kid. I rented it multiple times. I loved the game, and it was something I was actively pursuing. So when I found out he had it, I was definitely happy to pick it up. The label is not perfect. It's not exactly the condition I would like it, but it's definitely good enough for now. And it's Ninja Warriors. It's a really fun one-player beat-em-up by Taito. So I was definitely happy to grab that. And then the last thing I grabbed is actually up on my shelf. And that was the box and manual for my copy of Super Metroid. Again, it was just the box and manual. He had the game inside of it, but since I already had the game, he was nice enough to take the game out and just sell me the box and manual. So I was extremely happy to pick that up because Super Metroid is an amazing game, and it was really cool to complete it. And then something that he gave to all of us, I'm pretty sure he gave everybody one. It's just, it's kind of funny. It's just an empty shell for Secret of Mana 2, and there's no game in there. And it looks like it's in a custom case, because this is definitely not an original Nintendo case. It's definitely a reproduction case. So he got a whole bunch of them from somebody from some deal, and he just had them sitting there. And he asked us if we wanted them. And again, he was really cool to toss us these. So anyways, down to the nitty-gritty of it. For all those games, so we got the Super Metroid box and manual, the Ninja Warriors, Knights of the Round, Illusion of Gaia, UN Squadron, and I actually want to say I actually grabbed FZero from him too, now that I think of it. So I wound up grabbing all of that. He was already offering me a really good price, but I wanted to talk him down, and I really do think I got all of this for, I want to say 80. It may have been 100, but I'm pretty sure it was 80. And that's a phenomenal deal. I mean, Ninja Warriors alone goes like $60. And the Metroid box is worth like 50. So I definitely got a really good deal, and I'm very, very grateful to Greg for that. And we've actually been in talks still, and he's definitely somebody that I'm going to do business with again, even if it's just, mailing me stuff long distance. He really took care of me. So that's going to do it for part 2 of my Game Chasers pickups, and I will also have another video that's going to have like the interviews that I did with them and everything like that. So stay tuned for that, and take care.